TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins.
He originally opened in 1995 at Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. And Charles, we got two teams here that finished at the bottom of the standings last year. But remember this, 15 of the last 16 seasons, we've seen at least one team go from the bottom of their division to the top in one season.
Last year we had two, Chicago and Houston. These two teams playing now, they think they can do the exact same thing this year and make it 16 out of 17 seasons.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jakeem Grant on the
Dolphins offense set to take over, and it's the longtime veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick who leads the way.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's the kind of guy you want on your team in every situation, whether you want him to be your starter, whether you want him to bridge and help a rookie out like Tagovailoa. It doesn't matter. He can fit every spot you're looking for. He's in the second year of a 2-year deal with 5-8 and 13 starts last year with 20 touchdown passes, and anytime he's on the field, there could be some Fitz magic.
Fitzpatrick on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Miami.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When I see Mike Gesicki make a catch, I'm reminded of his athletic ability and go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where it appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020, start to make progress in 2019. 5 touchdown catches and 570 total yards.
It's complete to Grant. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Number 34, Jordan Howard.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 12. A give to Howard. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass intended for Devontae.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
Makes the score Dolphins 3, Jaguars nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Keelan Cole now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Jaguars, and it's Gardner Minshew, their second-year quarterback, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew. But I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a 6th-round pick, and a surprise 6th-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the 2nd quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
To the running back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Both of these two teams, the Jets and Dolphins, looking to improve their rushing attack in 2020. Last year, they were the bottom 2 teams in the league in terms of rushing yards. The Jets at 31, and the Dolphins dead last at number 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. First carry for Raquel Armstead. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 now. Out of the gun is Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
And sometimes change can be good, and Chris Conley with a nice catch there is showing us exactly how. First 4 seasons in Kansas City, kind of buried on the depth chart there. First year in Jacksonville last year, career highs in yardage with 775, and added 5 touchdowns to that list as well.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. They'll hand to Armstead. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
That's 37 yards.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Minshew sets to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right here, right here.
Minshew throwing on third down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Miami offense going to work here, coming off a 5-11 finish a season ago. In 2020, that's going to be an interesting one in South Florida. It's tough to say, Charles, whether this is a team, and I'll just phrase it to you, is this a team that is still a year or two away, or are they a team that could possibly compete now for the AFC East title?
Well, their head coach, Brian Flores, is not going to stop them from thinking they can compete for a title. But I just don't think there's quite enough talent there yet. They did show us last year that they're going to compete each and every game all the way through, and they won some games they shouldn't have. But I just don't think they're quite there. I think in a year or two, though, under Brian Flores' tutelage and with a new quarterback named Tua Tagovailoa, this team will be ready to compete for the AFC East starting in 2021.
Yeah, you mentioned Tua. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he certainly wants to play, but he has said, I know I'm the placeholder. On second and 9, Fitzpatrick has got it to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Fitzpatrick again, over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 16, Fitzpatrick to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Cole now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27. 7-yard line.
And the Jaguars going back to work. 6-10, the final record in 2019 for them. And you wonder what lies ahead in 2020. A lot of folks predicting a fourth-place finish in the AFC South. So maybe it could be a year where they get in line for one of the top quarterbacks coming out of college. But, you know, of course, Gardner Minshew, he might be saying, hold on just a second now on that talk.
Oh, he's absolutely saying that one, partner, because last year during the draft, the GM called Gardner and told him, hey, we're probably not going to take a quarterback here. And he said, that's fine, because he's just got to sit behind me anyway. So he's a very confident young man, and this team responds to him. And they feel like they've gotten better on offense, and they really need Leonard Fournette to really be a pile driver as a running back. But on defense, that's where they really got better. First-round pick C.J. Henderson on the corner, and Caleb Von Chason at linebacker and defensive end. They've got a chance to get better in a hurry in a tough division.
And now, Charles, they have lost a few people, kind of dampering the enthusiasm just a bit in Jacksonville.
Yeah, they lost Calais Campbell and A.J. Boye on defense, and a young tight end, Josh Oliver. He got hurt in training camp. But they also added a few people, Tim Jernigan to play defensive line and Tyler Eifert to play tight end.
And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Dolphins.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick over the middle, complete. That's Grant.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Now Minshew. On the slant, this is Chark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw here. That's once again complete to Chark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets,
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And the Dolphins have got it.
Ryan Fitzpatrick sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered by
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That'll be complete to Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Breida. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. It was a terrific first half for the veteran quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Returnable for Grant. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant.
Fitzpatrick.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jacobs. Ryan Fitzpatrick sacked.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. They'll find Williams on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down, Dolphins.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taven Bryan.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 5 now. Fitzpatrick on the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Miami.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now Fitzpatrick. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score, Dolphins 12.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. from the gun. Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Finding room at the 30. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Minshew throwing complete to Westbrook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. It's Williams on the catch. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Dolphins.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Cole now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
For another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.